Series 1, Episode 4, still on our Ghana Vision 2050, still on the Ministry of Finance. I had mentioned that I was going to take you through some strategic and sustainable ways to create our national budget to make it more formidable. I had also taken you through the 4 cycles through which the national budget is created, and I had mentioned that the first cycle is where we tend to seek public input, where the Ministry of Finance would issue out an invitation to gather the budget memorandum in the first quarter of the fiscal year, from citizens and civil society organization. And I told you that after that phase, still under the first cycle, what they do is to set macroeconomic targets. Now, I told you that in setting the macroeconomic target, what we are doing is that we are predicting and forecasting national revenue. And there is a problem that we must address if you want to see the limelight in 2050. If you want to see the limelight, we must end the processes where we tend to set unrealistic benchmarks. When they are forecasting and predicting the national budget, they tend to set unrealistic benchmarks. 2023, uton kube 2023, kube na uton ye nina afimuni nina no, you made 50 Ghana cedis. 2024 afimuni nina, you made 46 Ghana cedis. 2025 afimuni nina, you made 52 Ghana cedis. How then do you say in 2026 in Kwandia you will make 700 Ghana cedis? Because there was a bicycle which is worth 500 Ghana cedis you want to buy at the end of the fiscal year. You've not gotten any new location where you are going to sell the coconut. You've not gotten any new customer. But because you want to undertake more projects, you want to undertake more construction or construct more roads, you have inflated your budget revenue. You are setting unrealistic benchmark. There was a problem. And this is one of the problems we must address. Because in order to make it look realistic on paper, you have written down, say, you bear 700 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, it's not magical. You're not going to magically or miraculously make all these money. You see the thing? Your tax to GDP is stagnant. You've not signed any new trade deal. So how then are you going to come about by this money? How are you going to come about this money? So those are some of the problems, and this is one of the ways we have to solve it. My strategic recommendation is that there must be the moving average rule. The moving average rule means that there must be a policy or law that is going to entreat the budget creators to base their future revenue predictions on a consecutive 3-year rolling average of past collections. 2024, Sika, year 2023 Sika, year 2025 Sika, year Kabuma, you're dividing it by 3 years. Then we can use that to project. This is basic statistics. Then we can use that to project for year 2026. You understand? Or your revenue for year 2024 cannot be 1 billion. Then suddenly, because you want to do 24-hour economy, you said you are going to make 23 billion from oil revenue. Then you put it on paper. It doesn't work like that. You see, because when you do that, by mid-year, you are going to realize that the benchmark you have set is fake and unrealistic. And once you realize that the benchmark you have set is unrealistic and fake, they basically say you are going to freeze spending. What it means, the government is going to stop all critical public services. The road construction project is going to be abandoned. Hospitals are going to run out of critical medical or basic medical supplies. You see, Uton Kube also person auto bicycle 500 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, for money, you just made 50 Ghana cedis. So what would happen? Sika was out the chilly weekend. Obeka saw the tour. Sika was out the koya DB. Then you have to put it down and be saving unnecessary money because you didn't plan properly. You see, and the government is also not going to allow hospitals to run out of basic medical supplies. So what is the government going to do? Because you've already ordered for the bicycle, you've already awarded contracts. So now mind you, the Bosnia is also coming with high interest rate. Bosnia comes with high interest rate. What shows that Bosnia General with high interest rate, bicycle over to me at all. What shows that Bosnia you can cater for all your debt and pay all your contractors. There was nothing that is going to prove it. To say fiscal year ni do for then your creditor Becca said this guy cry, he doesn't take his payment plan very serious. Until next time Jessica, don't give him. You see how it is, you see how it works. So international investors and organizations like the World Bank and IMF, who are closely monitoring the accuracy of your budget, immediately they realize that you are missing benchmark. They'll report you to the credit rating agencies. They will downgrade you. They will mark you down. If they mark you down, or if they mark the country's economic score down, obiamba obosia. Obiama wisi campaign shibio. The pakono so not in the crew no so not be our person be investing in the country. Immediately they find out that the country has been downgraded, they'll come and put their small funds in the country because the country is going in shambles. So these are some of the you see one major problem, one simple problem, setting unrealistic targets, or you are setting unrealistic benchmarks. Just one problem. You see how it has trickled down to a lot of things. So in order to prevent this, that is strategy number one. There is a lot to look at. I mean, for example, in this 2026 budget, they predicted 33% increase or 33% growth in non-oil tax. They predicted they also predicted a staggering 130% in oil receipts. They also predicted 63% increase in grants. Where is it? No money is coming in. If it is not that the gold board has been a savior and some prudent financial strategies that you put in place on our board to force them. So it don't set on realistic targets. Don't say the 3 years no. If the average for all the 3 years is $1 billion, don't say that the next year you're going to make 3 billion when you've not explored, when there is no mineral exploration that is going on, you've not found new minerals anywhere. Don't inflate the budget. You see, in our next discussion, we are going to look at financing gaps. Then we are going to look at some outdated data that we use in this projection and this forecasting. Then we are going to look at over budgetary and quasi-fiscal expenditure channels. Then we are still looking at sustainable ways to create the national budget. We've not even got into ways to mobilize revenue. So the Ministry of Finance series is going to be a long one. And so kindly tag along, #YPGG, #Youth for Proper Governance Ghana, and #Open Action. If today is your first time here, kindly click the follow button, like, and leave a comment. Thank you.